Yo, 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 what's happening, my friends? It's Baltic the Bastard back once again for the Drunken Celts Gaming, and it's episode 2 of Game Chat, aka the Baldy and Beardy Show, and of course I've got Baldy or Beardy with me, who knows. Baldy, what's happening, my man? You good?
How's it going, people? Yeah, I'm all good, yeah. I'm a bit more awake than the last one, so hopefully you'll not be so dreary. Well, I'll not be so dreary even.
We didn't even notice, did we, viewers? Anyway, today we're just going to be getting into the usual nonsense. First up, we've got the news section, where we'll be going over a couple of wee topics. Then we'll be getting into what we've playing, including Conan, Not a Hero. What else have we got on there, Balby?
We have Path of Exile that we're playing at the minute, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Path of Exile is maybe a wee bit of Hong Kong Massacre, you were saying?
Yeah, maybe. And we're definitely not talking about Sekiro anymore, so...
Oh, no, Sekiro's dead, is it? Is it Sekiro dead to you now?
Sekiro's dead to me, mate. Shadows can fuck off is what I call it.
Yeah, mate. We might get into that a bit later in the programme, but first up we'll hit the news, So, first docket on the news we've got today, and this isn't actually news for any cunt, really, to be quite honest, but Sega have eventually announced the release date of their mini classic Mega Drive, or Sega Genesis for our American friends. And you know yourself, Bobby, I mean, these wee hack consoles, Sega even sold their license to a lot of these consoles, that you can buy the new with like 81 games on them, fucking all sorts. They've been out for ages, Seen these things a bit?
Yeah.
And I mean,
they have.
Like, obviously Sega now, with the success of the Nintendo Mini, and I mean the PlayStation one didn't do too well, I heard. Some bad fucking emulation on it. And
God, they just chose the wrong fucking classic games to put on the bloody thing. They didn't put anything of any use on there, you know what I mean? It was stuff people that, they were stupid little puzzle games and shit. I mean, who wants them?
Well, I
mean, I know we've got. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, continue, mate.
I was just gonna say, I know we've got the Crash remaster and the Spyro remaster and stuff like that, but you'd still at least include one of them games in like a bundle for, you know what I mean? People who are just thinking, who haven't got the PS4 are just thinking, oh, I'll pick up the old PlayStation.
Mate,
you'd still expect to see Crash in there or Spyro in there. You know what I mean? Not these random puzzle games that no one's ever heard of.
And I find that's the kind of problem with a lot of these classic consoles is the library is very limited, especially when you look at the emulators that are available. And if I mean, I know a lot of these people, it's not about emulators, it's the wee bit of hardware they want, the nostalgia factor. And that's all well and good, but as you're saying, for new people coming to that, man, you want to be shown the absolute best. And I know it's licensing as a factor, but I'm disappointed with all these games catalogues. And even this one, right, the Sega Mega Drive Mini that's coming out September the 19th this year, right, 40 games on it it's going to have, Bobby. Okay, so there's an instant problem with that because they've just released earlier on, I think this year or just late last year, the Sega Classics collection on PS4, like PSN Arcade, to buy. Right? And this shit's got like fucking 50 odd games in it. In fact, sorry, 81 games in it. And that's the clip that we'll be playing as we're talking, that you'll be able to see in the finished version of this. But it just baffles the mind. So you're buying this really just for the fact of having the wee hardware box in it. Having that wee retro thing.
A bit... I don't understand the whole bloody thing about bringing this fucking mini bullshit thing out, because like... everyone's got the packages where, all the people who want to play them kind of old games and who want the Sega in a bundle they'll already have them games. So who the hell is this appealing to? Who the hell are they trying to get with this? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I don't understand. I can't see a hardcore game and go, oh yeah, I'm going to go and buy that because I've never played these games before and I've never got this bundle before. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think everyone who is wanting to play them games will have done that or have got them by now. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. Well, let me just tell you the first 10 games that have been announced for this thing, right, Bobby, and tell me any of these that, even if you were a new gamer, would interest you, and what ones that you actually remember from back in the day, right? So first up, we've got Echo the Dolphin. Synonymous.
I remember that.
You know that. That was a brilliant
classic.
game.
Yeah.
Brilliant game back in the day. We've got Castlevania Bloodlines. Apparently a really good game. Never played it myself.
Aye, it is a good game.
Did you play it, mate?
I've not played it, but I've seen it. Like,
right.
I've seen a lot of it, that game. Yeah. I was thinking about... I thought they did a remaster of it or something, didn't they, not long ago?
I think they fucking re-released it.
I'm sure it was something? Yeah, I'm sure it was Bloodlines. I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, man, and that's kind of the one that went against Symphony of the Night that gets all the praise. But I mean, the Mega Drive was the boy back in the day, as far as I was concerned. It was a gangster console, mate. It was out 3 years before, you know, the Super Nintendo ever dawned the place. I remember it was like one of my mates had the Mega Drive, you know, and I used to go into his house and I'd go back to my house at the end of the night after playing all these minted games, 16-bit graphics and my shitty NES, and I'd just feel like a fucking pauper. Do you know what I mean? I feel like a second-class citizen, my man. But anyway, third game we've got Space Harrier 2. I remember playing that, it was alright, you know what I mean? Be shite now, but...
Space Harrier.
Yeah, man, you were flying along, 3D shooting. Kind of pish.
Can't remember that one.
Yeah, well, I remember the first two, but then we've got Shining Force, a game that's supposed to be good. I don't
that's
remember
an RPG, mate. I like that game. I played one of the Shining Forces. It was really good. I can't remember which one it was though. It's an RPG, isn't it?
It is, aye. It's some mad kind of fucking thing. And then we've got Dr. Robotnik's fucking Mean Bean Machine thing.
Mean Bean Machine.
That
is a fucking brilliant game, but
is it?
Why is that on the mini? Why is that in a bundle? Why?
Because it's your random puzzle game you were asking for, Bobby.
That's what I'm saying. It is a brilliant game. It's a brilliant little puzzle game, right? But it doesn't need to be. It's not worthy of being in a bundle for the Mega Drive. Like, come on.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Then we get the next entry, and I'm a bit annoyed about this entry for one reason, right? First, they announced that for Europe was going to be fucking Earthworm Jim, but then they changed it to Toe Jam and Earl. Well, fuck off! I'd have well preferred.
No, they was gonna put Earthworm Jim in there.
Yeah, and they've took that out now and put Toe Jam and Earl because that new one just got released.
What a load of piss.
Oh no, man. Then we've got something called Comic Zone. I've never heard of it in my life. Don't care about it. Comic Zone. You ever heard of that one? No. And we've got the original Sonic 1. You know, brilliant game.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Altered Beast.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was good back in the day because of the graphics and everything, but I mean the gameplay did not hold up, mate. It's not one of a good game to play, man. MD wants to challenge me in that. Go back and play it and see how far you get. I'm telling you, you'll not get far. Then the 10th one, I've got to give them this, man. Gunstar Heroes. Did you ever play Gunstar Heroes, man?
I know the name, but I can't remember it.
Well, it's quite relevant to what I'm to my games that I've been playing this month, but these 2 weeks. But it's a side-scroller co-op 2D shooter, man. Fucking amazing game, mate. And you can pick all different weapons, but the good thing is it's got a mechanic in it where you've got 2 slots in every weapon, and you can pick up certain power-ups, so you can have hundreds of hundreds. You can have about 8 combinations, right? maybe 16 combinations, but it just seems like hundreds of different combinations when you're playing through it. So you got all different arms, and like, for instance, you got a homing item, which is the green one. And you can do 2 green ones, which just you fire wee green things about that homes everybody, or you can have your normal blue shot. But if you put a blue and the green together, your blue shot starts homing every enemy in the screen, man. It's fucking awesome. You can do that with missiles, everything. There's quite a lot of depth to it, man. Brilliant wee 2D shooter. But I mean, for the 10 games there, you've got another 30 games on top of that. We're talking in the UK, we're talking 70 quid. You know, would that tempt you, Bulby?
Not really, no. I mean, there's like 2 games there that are kind of intriguing, but like I said, I'm a gamer. I've played those games as much as I want to in the past. You know what I mean? I'm not dying to play them now. I don't know why I'd go and pick them up now.
And are you pretty much
just this way, doesn't it?
Are you the same like with the SNES Classic, the SNES Classic, and the Nintendo Classic? Were you the same feeling kind of thing of it?
Well, yeah, like I don't know, unless I'm really feeling it one day with my mates on the, you know, and we just, I wouldn't want to go out and buy that. I wouldn't buy any of them really.
Well, that's one thing I was thinking. Like, I remember the consoles being a lot of basically 2-player co-op in the room together. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't really go back to them for my single-player experiences, but they did have some good co-op. But fuck it, mate.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd only ever really get it out if you were sat with a bunch of mates having a drink.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, man.
I don't see any other use to it apart from people who like collecting them, like collectors. But it's not surely not appealing to them because they're not just going to make something to appeal to collectors. So I want to know. Yeah, but I want to know what their target. You know, when they sat down in the room and said, "Right, we're going to make this thing," I want to know what was underneath the heading "target audience." You know what I mean? I want to know
probably
what they were trying to
grannies at Christmas or girlfriends that think they're buying their gamer boyfriend something cool because retro's all the fucking rage now, innit? They'll probably get these things and they'll plug it in once, Bulby, and then boom, bought Sega have got the sale because they've seen the Nintendo sell out, they've seen the PlayStation sell a bit. But I mean, when you talk retro to me, PlayStation 1, I know it is technically retro, but it's no the time you would go back to play because that's when the technology was going through the whole switch up for 2D to 3D. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of the games were restrained for the technicalities, whereas the 16-bit games are pure gameplay, honed over years and years and years. I mean, you're talking about the 16-bit era, 1994, 92. These games have been out for these consoles. I think the Sega Mega Drive first launched in 1998. Anyway, spent far too much time on that already, but we're moving on to what we've been playing this month, mate. No, this month. This last 2 fucking weeks, man. And you told me you've just finished the Last Remmnat, my man.
Yeah, I finally finished it after fucking countless hours.
And can you just, before you, I want to know some things about this Last Remmnat, mate, because I'm very intrigued by it. It was originally, this is the Last Remmnat remaster you've been playing, yeah?
Yeah.
And it was originally, am I right here, released on the Xbox?
Yeah, it was an Xbox only game, yeah.
Yeah, Xbox exclusive, because that was, I remember when you first told me you were playing it, I got it confused with, was it the Lost Sphere or the Last Sphere or something
you got it confused with Lost Odyssey, which
Lost Odyssey, that was it.
Right, yeah, that was like 3-disc fucking epic fucking RPG adventure. It was awesome.
Because Xbox, Microsoft went on a pure binge at that time to try and get some Japanese audience, and they bought up all these mad RPGs, but it never really worked for them over there.
No, it didn't really, no. You know why? It's because they haven't got the anime market, they haven't got that fucking JRPG market and stuff, you know what I mean? That's the one they really needed, like to take over the PlayStation's RPG scene, but, you know, it didn't work.
But,
no.
Well, tell me about the Last Remmnat then, mate. So you obviously played this back in the day. Did you finish it back in the day?
No, because it was to be fair, the original game, the vanilla game, was an absolute fucking mess, pile of shit.
Serious?
And back in the day, yeah, it was a mess. It was all fucking messed up. You know, because back in them days, the game got released and there wasn't really patches like there is now. You know what I mean?
No updates, man. Yes, exactly.
Nah, so it was a mess. I mean, it was a full game and everything. It weren't like glitched to the point where it was like completely broken. But the way that the game was set up, the way that you level up and stuff is completely different to any other RPG. You get this thing called battle rank, and that's separate to your stats and everything like that. And battle rank determines how hard the enemies and enemy units are that you're fighting. The thing is, right, in an RPG, like for me, for instance, I like going around and killing everything that's in your way. You know what I mean? Like clearing
Kill
an area
everything
before
in
you move on.
sight. Yes, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in this game, back in the day, if you did that, it actually worked against you because your battle rank could be increasing and your stats wouldn't increase enough with it, and then you'd end up fighting things that were way too hard, and you could actually play yourself into a point in the game where you couldn't proceed. Yeah.
No way. Right,
The battle rank got that hard
weird.
that you couldn't complete the game. You technically couldn't complete the game.
That's crazy. So it was basically, did they maybe do that deliberately to stop cunts? You know,
I don't know. I think they just had an idea, a different way of like ranking up and
different way
leveling
of doing
up.
it. So you basically had to rank your character. Don't do too many fights. Just keep everything balanced and go along the story.
No, you literally had to run around avoiding every confrontation in the game just to be able to proceed. Honestly. The game got boring because you couldn't even fight and do these cool things that you were trying to do. You know, learning and stuff like that. You couldn't do any of it.
Right, but we're saying that. Why did you go back and play this new one then?
Because I know that the PC version got patched and it got fixed. Right, to the point where Battle Rank didn't do that anymore. So I wanted to play it because I always missed out on it because of the shite.
Right.
You know. Yeah, so I went back to it. I'm glad I did, mate, because it has some epic fucking set piece battles in it, like really good fucking fights.
Well,
you can be in fights for anything between half an hour to an hour, mate. You know what I mean? Trying to get through a fucking set of enemies, for instance.
I watched a wee bit of your gameplay that's actually up on the channel, mate, and fucking it looked epic. The storytelling and everything looked minted. There's some mad characters in that fucking game, man. And I seen you fight like
characters.
I seen like you fight what would be like kind of described as a Final Fantasy boss, and then like Mary the cunts come out. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? It's looking quite fucking mad.
Well, it was good. I really love the squad-based fucking combat as well. It's something to wrap your head around because you don't exactly pick particular skills, so you just pick an overall skill for kind of the squad. You have like several squads, and that's your party. You know what I mean? And it's really hard to explain.
Aye, it's one of the things you maybe go to see and play to really get the thingy. But would you recommend it then, the remaster? Would you recommend that to people?
If I'd recommend it to, it's kind of a niche market, really, mate. It's like I wouldn't recommend it to the average gamer. I'd recommend it to the like a really veteran RPG player, for instance. You know what I mean? That's what I would recommend it to. But if you're a bit light-hearted on the RPG scene, don't bother.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mechanics to get used to, but the ending as well. I've seen the ending for the first time. I can say it's average at best. It's not the best ending, you know what I mean?
So maybe
it's
not
average.
worth playing all the way through.
Yeah, it's probably not worth going to all the trouble of trying to finish it now. It's alright, it's nothing special, but, you know.
Right. So as RPGs goes, it's no one that will be fondly remembered by yourself?
It's kind of 3/4 of the way up there with some of the good, the best ones, just literally because of the combat and the skills and stuff that you learn. They're incredible, and the characters, but that kind of doesn't make up for, lackluster. The story in the end is lackluster.
So good gameplay, lacking story.
Yeah.
Nice, Bobby, nice. Well, we're glad you played that for us in the channel anyway. Next game we're going to be talking about is one we've both played a wee bit of, and that's Conan Exiles, the free PSN game, April. Yeah.
I'm laughing because you say play it and...
Well, it's not really a game we played, was it? It was a game we raped.
That's a game we've completely and utterly taken advantage of.
Yes. Well, my good friend Bobby here texted me and he told me at the weekend, he's like, oh, this game, man, is pretty easy, man. You got an easy platinum at it. You want to give it a try? And I'm like, I'll try every PSN fucking game. So I'm like, aye, no bother. But then I'm looking at the trophies, man, and I'm like, get to level 60? How the fuck are you supposed to get to level 60 easy? You know what I mean? All was revealed. Like a day later, the dude texts me, I've got my platinum. What the fuck? You want to hit the people with some info on this shit, mate.
Well, this was innocently, by the way. I was just like, because it's a free game this month, there was some random video popped up in my YouTube that said, Conan free game, easy platinum. So I just thought, naturally, I'm going to look at that, you know what I mean? I've not got loads of platinums, I've got a fair few. You know what I mean? I'm not like fucking up there in the world or anything, but
No, but you've got
I
a
saw it and
fucking
naturally, yeah, I was naturally like intrigued. I was like, oh right, let's see what this is all about. So, and he literally did it in half an hour, and I was like, okay, all right, so I've got to try this shit out now. So then I couldn't believe it because basically what the game does, it lets you go into admin mode, doesn't it? And you can basically just be the developer of the game for a duration of whatever you're playing, and it just lets you cheese all the platinum, the trophies, and I was like amazed by it. I was like, I can't believe that they left this in the game. Obviously, they left it in on purpose, but why?
Exactly.
Seems odd, doesn't it?
Well, it's minted, you know, the things you can do.
Well, I know why. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying why, because obviously it's because they want to fucking sell the game more.
Sell their shit, mate, and get that.
Yeah.
Aye, get people buying it. But, mate, saying that, right, I mean, you're saying, I think this has been a relatively rare thing because that trophy's still classed as an ultra rare trophy at 2.3%.
Yeah, that surprised me as well, yeah.
So I think that'll go way up now, like, now that it's free in PSN and now that the videos are out there. But
no, it's got to do.
The game is itself, man. I shoved it on and tried to play it normally. Like before I knew this, I played it for a good hour or two. And mate, it's like fucking. What was that shit for the 60s, mate? The British porno pish that wasn't the Carry On movies. It's like Carry On Minecraft. Because you can run about with your dick swinging in the air, mining fucking rocks. You know what I mean? When I first jumped in, we played. You and Luke had something good going. You were spawning on different enemies and everything. And it looked hilarious, man. You cunts were splitting your sides, but then I spawned into your game, and you were like, "Oh, look, his dick's swinging all about." And I'm like, "I've got a cloth over me," but you can go into the fucking options and turn all your clothes off. You can go total nude. And I've got to give a big shout out to this mate for having the most fucking detailed genitalia I've ever seen in any game so far.
It is quite impressive that they're one allowed to do it and two have the guts to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck it out.
I don't know, man. I mean, it was like I consider myself quite a thinker, to be quite honest, mate. I know I don't come across as that, but instantly jumping into this game, it was like Luke was like, jump in that rock, duck down so I could take a picture of your dick swinging in the wind. And I was pissing myself laughing, do you know, like a fucking 8-year-old at sex education, do you know what I mean? It was whatever the age you are at that time, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It was funny, man.
It's hilarious, isn't it?
But, I mean, apart from that, I mean, I know Luke says he's going to go back through and play the campaign of that shit, man. Do you think you'd even be bothered doing that?
I don't know. It does seem like a really interesting and intriguing world in the game, and the land seems really well done, and I don't know, just the enemies and stuff, there's a massive variety of different creatures and animals and all that kind of shit. It looks really good and well thought out, but it's just that survival thing. I don't know if I can be arsed or stuff like that. I'm not into it.
And
like,
plus
it's
the fact...
you're just running around like a headless chicken doing random fucking objectives.
Yeah.
And there's no real like quest to route, is there? Such.
No. Well, can I just say, as well as the fact that we've raped all the trophies with it now, it just seems we don't want to play anymore anyway. There's no incentive. There's plenty more games to be playing right now to bother be doing with that thing, I think.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
And one of those games that we were playing earlier on tonight would be another game with Exile in the title, Path of Exile. Mate, how good is this Path of Exile game?
I'd say fucking excellent, fucking brilliant. Like, to me, it beats Diablo just because I like the classic RPG top-down style. I prefer the classic way. You know what I mean? Obviously Diablo's very modern. It's got your dodge rolls and your fucking fancy loot flying all over the place with colours, pink, blue, fucking orange, whatever.
Yeah, well, I would say
like a bit more.
I would say Diablo's a lot more mechanically refined, and
yeah, well, the way I describe Diablo is it's arcadey.
You know,
Like,
you know the way you described this perfectly to me though was, mate, right? Because there's a lot of shit floating about there saying this game is like Diablo, and I would argue against that as well, man. You said it's a lot more like Baldur's Gate, and that's what it reminds me of so much as Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. I mean, I only say Diablo because that is going to hit more people.
Everybody says Diablo, yeah, because Diablo is the big
more people know what
thing.
Diablo is. But, yeah, it's only like our generation that's going to remember what Baldur's Gate is, mate. That's why I say Diablo. You know what I mean?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
When we're talking about mechanics and that, Diablo, I mean, it's no anywhere near as deep as this game seems straight away off the bat. And we've only been playing it for a few hours.
I mean, we was playing it and getting confused as fuck, but that's part of That's what's good about the game.
Yeah, man.
That's what the old games were like. You picked them up and just worked the fucking thing out. You didn't have a clue, did you? You know what I mean?
Exactly. You had to figure that shit out, because in the old times there wasn't any internet either, man, and it was like fucking holy shit, what am I doing in this game? And it was trial and error, and that's where half the fun comes for in gameplay for me, man.
And that's basically what we was doing earlier. We stood there, weren't we, going, how the fuck do you do this? What the fuck's going off here? What's this socket doing here and this, that, and the other? And...
We're Lucky Boy running away, killing everything in sight, you know what I mean? you got to play proper styles in this shit, you know.
That fucker, we're trying to learn how to do stuff, and he's there going, "Oh, I've got this. Oh, look at this! I've just killed this. Oh, for fuck's sake, Luke, calm down."
That is a good lad, man. But it looks like a game I'm really into. I mean, one of the most intimidating skill trees I've ever looked at in my entire life, Bobby.
Oh my god, yeah.
What was the Final Fantasy one? It was crazy. There was a Final Fantasy one that looked similar to that, and you
well,
tell
there was
me,
10 with this.
I played it.
Sphere
It was
grid,
10, wasn't it? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's what it reminds
grid.
me of, except sphere grid on fucking speed. It's fucking nuts, this thing. Like, I had a quick look through my class. There's all different classes to pick, and the moves you can get into, the deepness of the build you can get into, and have we mentioned it's free to play as well, Bobby? Have we mentioned that?
No, we haven't, but it is. It's free to play, and it's fucking one of the best free to play games I've ever fucking laid my hands on.
I totally agree with you in that factor. It definitely is one of the best free to play games.
The production value for a free to play game, mate, is fucking brilliant, and just the amount of enemies and variety I've seen already, it's like you're getting more. You're getting more than what you get in a AAA game at this stage, you know what I mean? In the first
you really
2
are,
hours.
man. You really are.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is, Bobby, you actually gave me the heads up in this game about a couple of months ago, man, and you told me it was coming to the PlayStation, and it's been so big on PC for years. That's why it's so refined, do you know?
Yeah, that's
obviously.
It, mate,
It's going to take a wee while for it to settle down the PSN network and stuff. I've heard of some glitches. But overall, just diving into a free-to-play experience, man, it's the best I've ever had yet.
Yeah, same here, mate. I
right
hate
on my
free-to-play
street.
games as well.
Right on my street. I hate it's like people don't realise we do not play any other free-to-play games. We don't play any. I've tried them. I've tried Warframe. I've tried fucking countless ones, but they're all pish. They're all pish.
Yeah.
This one actually seems like, as we said,
it seems
a
like
full
a
Baldur's
game.
Gate game.
Like, a proper game.
Already. And obviously, you can pay to expand your inventory. You can pay to get better cosmetics, but the actual gameplay is fucking there, man. If you just want to go in, and another thing we're not saying here is, it's up to 6-player co-op, 5-player at least. But we think 6-player, man. And what other games are doing that now that's actually good and fun to play? No many, I'd say.
None. Not free to play, I don't think.
No. So, anything else you want to say about that before we move on, mate? We're going to be wrapping up now, wee set here.
No, it's awesome, and that's all there is to say about it.
Yeah. So
get it played.
Yep. Speaking of awesome, perfect transition into our next game is Not a Hero. Now, you've seen a wee bit of this earlier on, Bobby, and I must say,
I was laughing at it.
mate, it's one of the games. It's just a silly wee indie game, right? can say what you want about it, looking like a Fisher Price toy, my pata, right? It does, it's all pinks, and the guy you work for is called Bunny Lord. Let me set this up for you. It's a 2D side-scrolling shooter. Tight mechanics, very basic, easy to play, hard to master. It's basically like Baltic addiction recipe, Bobby. And there's three, you know how there's another game we'll be talking about later, Hong Kong Massacre. And it's very similar to that, as in you go through a level and you'll have 3 different objectives to complete. But this game's no fucking about, man. You need to do all 3 in the once. So it's good going through learning how to do each one and stuff. But the best thing about this game, it's a 8-bit, maybe 8-bit fucking pixel art kind of style, Bobby.
Yeah.
The bloodiness and goriness, flinging grenades at cunts and just watching every limb splattering cunts with a headshot with a shotgun, blasting a door down and flattens a cunt on the other side with your shotgun. Brilliant. But the icing on the cake, and the reason that I got into this game in the first place and started actually watching the daft cutscenes, was the voice acting. The shit these cunts are saying in the middle of this.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, it's not so much just the voice acting and what they say; it's how it's recorded. It's like I said to you earlier. I was watching your stream, and I was listening to it, and it was as if you was having a go at something in the background. I was like confused as fuck. I was like, why do you keep saying? Like, what was it you kept saying? What's that saying?
From Glasgow with love, take that, pal! Here you go! It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's like random people shouting in the background, and I thought you was having a go at your cat or something. I was like, well, what's he shouting at his cat for? And then I realised it was the game. I was like confused. It's fucking brilliant.
Now the reason Bobby's confused about that is because he hears me ranting Scottishly, but there's a wee guy in the game that you're just walking about, right? So you're just walking about this, you shoot a guy in the head and you don't reload, and he goes, reload, you bastard! You know what I mean? You never press circle fast enough. And like, to me that's just gold, man. And other things, like as you say, he just goes, you fucker, and all that. And Bobby's thinking, who is that Baltic? That sounds weird, because he's hearing it through my fucking speakers. But
yeah,
mate,
that's
honestly, they've got all British accents. There's an English guy, there's a Welsh chick. I've just unlocked a Mexican guy called Jesus.
You gotta do that Welsh one, mate. I want to hear that Welsh bitch.
Oh, mate, the Welsh bitch is quite funny, man. It's, and she says mint, though, what I'm not happy with. Because mint's a Scottish thing. Don't give me your pish Wales.
Hey, what are you on about? Mint's a fucking English thing.
Mint? If that's mint, mate. I thought it was
That's mint. I've known that for fucking years.
Alright, okay, it's a UK thing. I'm happy with that, but it's certainly not a fucking Welsh distinction.
I'm just being argumentative, mate. I'm just being argumentative.
It's fucking certainly not a Welsh distinction, Bilby. Let's get that right.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that's enough about Not a Hero. 2D pixelated fucking goodness, shoot 'em up. And it was free in PSN. You might have it in your library and don't even know it, because that's what I had. I was looking through. It's Devolver Games. Really good game company. Check them out, man.
What's it called? Not a Hero?
Not a Hero, man. Check your library, mate. I bet you've got it. Right.
Oh, well.
We've got 2 other games to talk about really quickly. I'll just mention Bleed, which is a 2D side-scrolling shooter. Old school pixelated 8-bit game. Do you notice a theme? Right, this game I got it for like £1 on sale, man. And to be honest, I'd have paid a £5 for this, £10 for this, and been happy. It's really, really good. Very basic. You're walking along, right trigger shoots, left trigger slows down time. The main mechanic I love in any game. Give me a slow down time, Bulby. I'm there. Since Max Payne 1, I'm there, man. Not mean slow down time for me. I'm there. Right, so I love this game. Really quick to do. You can finish it in like fucking under an hour. But there's replayability value there, going for scores and arcade modes and different difficulties and stuff. But a really nice wee game if anybody wants to check it out. I'll be checking out the next one pretty soon on the channel, probably next week. Bulby, you've been playing a game I fucking love.
What's that?
It's exactly like fucking Bleed, basically. Or no Bleed, with the 3 objectives.
Oh, yeah.
Hong Kong Massacre! Oh! Tell us about this game, Bulby. How are you getting on with it?
Not too amazingly at the minute, but you know, it's a learning curve, isn't it? It's a bit of a steep one as well, because it fucking wrecks you. It plays no games. It's a game that plays no games.
Yeah, man. But the thing is, that's the way you, as I was saying to you, Bulby, that's the way you're playing it. You played it like me. Now, in this game, right, it's a top-down 2D shooter where you've got slow-down mechanics, and it basically gives you the levels, box levels, and you've got 3 objectives to complete. Now, Bulby's doing it like me. He's not moving on to the next fucking level until he gets all these 3 fucking things. But
well, you see, the thing is, we're old school, mate, so that's the way we're gonna play it. You know what I mean? I can't play it any other way. I can't move on without fucking. I can't do that.
The thing is, Bulby, and I'm sure other people that have maybe been playing it, and I didn't get this until like I was like a good way through the game. Was see if I'd have just kept going, man, and just fucking, you know how you can run through a level pretty easily. It's not hard to complete a level, but it's hard to get these objectives. The 3 objectives are 100% accuracy within a time limit, and what's the other one, man? Oh,
1 bullet.
I don't know. 1 bullet, time accuracy. Oh, is there one without using
no slowdown? No slowdown.
Yeah, man, that's a fucking hard one as well, man. Especially at certain levels. But that's the thing. Although it's hard to get all that, it's pretty easy to run through each level. Do you know what I mean? But we refuse to go further than that. Yeah. But see, if you just run through each level, by the time you've got through about 3 or 4 levels, mate, you can unlock better guns, better fucking equipment, better fucking shit.
And then come back do it.
Go back there, and it's so much easier. It's so much. I didn't realise this until I was in like the 6th mission, mate. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, but still, I just, for the challenge, because I like to kill myself, and I like to punish myself, I like to try and do it. I can't leave it. If I walk past it, I feel like I'm failing.
And that's what I felt like. But can I just say to you now, see, doing that at the beginning, that is like the SAS training. So there's nothing in this game's going to fling to you at the end that's going to be ratchet. See, once you get the first levels doing it, it's fucking basically, yeah, man, I know the mechanics of this game now. I can do it.
Yeah.
And if you've been punishing yourself as hard as me, mate, you'll honestly find it getting easier, actually, as you go through it now. Trust me, man.
Yeah, well,
because now you'll have some points. Now you'll have your better weapons, man. Trust me. Awesome. Lovely game.
Can't wait.
Lovely fucking game. Anyway.
Fucking brilliant.
I think that's us, actually. That's the last game we had to mention.
Alright, was that it?
That's it, man. So, as always, check out the channel if you've liked what you've heard, all the stuff. We're just a couple of fucking cunts talking about games. Any videos you'd like to recommend on the channel, Bobby Boy?
Well, I would say Sekiro, but you know how I feel about that now. You can go and check out the small amount of Sekiro gameplay, because it was good while it lasted, but now it's dead to me.
Can we just go into that for a wee second, because we promised the viewers that and all So,
right,
Bobby,
go then.
Actually, last game chat, we need to address this, man. Last game chat, you were in love with this game, man. 2 weeks later, what's happened, man? What's changed for you?
What's changed? Right. I'm broke. My mental capacity's gone downhill. I've lost 2 or 3 controllers in the last week. So the game got uninstalled, mate. Yeah. Basically the gist of it. No. Oh, I didn't lose any controllers. I'm not like that.
But you did uninstall the game.
I did uninstall it. Like, because, now let me explain this, right?
Yes, yes.
I think the game is fucking awesome. The game is amazing. The combat is slick, the movement is fucking brilliant, blah blah blah. Everything is good. The enemies, the bosses, they're all awesome, right? And I want to love the game so much, but the style that it wants you to play is not my style. And if you can't adjust to that, then you're fucked. The game fucks you up even harder than it would do if you could get used to that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't get used to this standing there and learning the exact moment that every one of the enemies moves hits me, because I haven't got the time
about that parry,
into
isn't it? So about that parry.
I ain't got the time to sit there learning every single fucking, like, I can in 10 minutes you can learn the gist of, you know what's going to come at you, but you still got to learn that last second fucking bit. You've got to know when to press the button on every move, and that takes about half an hour to, like, at least learn one of the moves perfectly, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So some people have got mega patience with this game, or they've just got a natural ability to fucking deflect. I don't know what it is, but it's not for me. I like the dodge and roll mechanic, and that's what I'll always like.
That's a good thing, though, Bobby, when you can play a game to the point where you did love it, you did get some good enjoyment out of it, but you played that game to the point where you just went, nah, this isn't for me anymore, I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know? And then you give it up. And, you know, I need to learn to do that a bit more as well with some games, because, like, you're like me, probably old school, and this is a fucking thing that we can talk about. A lot of people don't finish games. See me when I start a game, man, it's like, if I like it, man, I even get halfway through, I feel like almost obligated to fucking finish it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no many games that I like that I don't
you know what I mean?
finish. That's the way I feel, man, you know? Like, I always play every game to completion, like. I won't get rid of it until I do.
Yeah, well, that's usually what I'm like, but I don't know. If I had more time on my hands, mate, I probably would have learned that game a little bit more.
Oh, I'm not talking about Sekiro, man. Like, that's a fucking abnormality. What do you call them? Abnormality?
Abnormality.
Abnormality, that's my man. That's the boy. No, but that is really a different type of game for anything else that you play.
Yeah, it's different kettle of fish, that is.
Exactly, man. But you usually play a lot. I mean, you play more games to finish than I think most of the drunken Celts, I would say. Yeah. Right, and I would play me as well, Neville as well. We all play games to the end, but apparently there's a plague in the industry now. Amy Henning. Do you know who Amy Henning is, my man? She was the lead designer on Uncharted.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, she was the lead designer on Uncharted for a while. She moved to do the Star Wars game that got cancelled, then she moved somewhere else, and that game got cancelled. And she came out recently with a thing saying it's so hard to get a company to get you to invest in a big story because so little gamers finish story modes, and that is what's promoting games as a service, Bobby.
Yeah, well, listen, it's not really us doing that, is it? Because we love games with stories, and I'm a single player to the fucking core, mate, you know what I mean? I'll play single players over any multiplayer. But it's just the way of the millennial... I blame it on the millennial age, which I always probably do, but I think it is that, you know what I mean? Because the kids nowadays, they just want to pick up and play stuff, you know what I mean? Quick pick up and play this, 2 minutes here, 10 minutes there. You know what I mean? It's all mobile, it's all doing things on the go. You know what I mean? Whereas in our day, it was like, if you were playing a game, you'd be sat down and you wouldn't move for the next 3 or 4 hours, which is still the case now.
Exactly. Exactly,
you know what
but
I mean?
It was different times back then, and as in the only games you could access were the games.
Yeah, well, that's all there was, isn't there?
You've got to think these game developers are basically using casino gambling tactics against youngsters on their phone apps and stuff, and getting them addicted to this shit, you know, and it really needs to be addressed, but it's taking the games that we love. I think, you know, we love story player experiences, combat experiences, RPGs, you know, deep stories and stuff. You don't get any of that for a mobile fucking game. None of that shit.
No, the hell.
Well, anyway,
you know, it was. I know this is a bit like going above and beyond, but fucking stories in games, for me anyway, I don't know about you, but they were really very fucking educational, and it's where I got most of my common sense and knowledge from, which sounds stupid, but I got a lot of that from games. I got a lot of that from games. And if you get rid of all the single player and all you have is, oh, you fucking cunt, oh, fuck you, you noob, this, that, and the other, that's going to have kids growing up being fucking absolute wankers.
Wankers, man.
I'm sorry, but we will.
That is what's happened recently, though, isn't it, mate?
These fucking idiots will just be walking around, shouting out, calling everyone a noob in the street and stuff. You know, I can see it happening, mate. You have an accent. Oh, you fucking noob. You know what I mean? I can see it.
I know, mate. I tell you, well, that's your good predictions for the future. You're all fucking wankers. You need to complete more games. That's basically it, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
You need to play more real games and complete more games. You know what I mean? Here, I used to sit and watch a fucking 60-minute loading screen of the worst colours and noise that you could ever imagine just to play a stupid ass game, you know what I mean? That's how old school. But I'm not saying you should need to do that at this time and age, but man, maybe no get into fucking Farmville so much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck your Pokemon Go, get into some fucking story, you know. But anyway, shall we sign off there, Bobby?
That's it, yeah, I think we should.
Yep. Okay, lads and lads, check us out next time. Another 2 weeks, we'll be back up here with another game chat. As always, subscribe to the channel, check out the vids, and we'll be back next time. Me and for Bobby, game on.
Aye, catch you.